So we are just a little less than a month away now from the live action Snow White movie with Rachel Zegler, and things are continuing to get worse for not just for Disney but also Rachel Zegler herself, because she continues to put her foot in her mouth about the damn movie, and I don't think she's gonna stop with this anytime soon. However, there is one particular issue that I really want to address right now, and it's actually regarding the fact that the other trailer for Snow White, they actually included clips from the original 1937 animated movie, and people, myself included, did not like it at all. As a matter of fact, the second trailer for the movie itself was what made me have a lot more respect for the original Snow White, and it got to the point where I actually need to defend her a little bit more. So this information comes from that dark place, and it comes from articles saying that Disney shifts Snow White marketing strategy to include clips from the animated movie, of course, and people didn't buy it. And here's what they had to say about it. Disney has released a new 30-second TV spot for its live-action Snow White movie, marking 1 month remaining before its release. But instead of highlighting the upcoming film, the short clip leans heavily on the beloved 1937 animated classic, marking a major shift in the Snow White marketing strategy. A significant portion of the footage is pulled directly from the original, signaling a new marketing strategy aimed at stirring nostalgia and reminding audiences of the timeless fairy tale they grew up with. However, this attempt to recapture the magic seems to be falling flat, as viewers recognize the stark contrast between the classic and what the new adaptation it appears to be. Yeah, people are not idiots. Okay, well, I mean, most of us aren't that goddamn stupid. Okay, I'm actually surprised they didn't really do this with with the 2023 Little Mermaid with Holly Bailey. I'm not. I'll go into that. I'll go a little bit more into that later on. But let's continue here. The decision to rely so heavily on footage from 1937's version of Snow White marketing materials seems to be Disney's way of reconnecting with fans who feel alienated by the upcoming remake. Nice try, dumbasses. It's a transparent effort to spark emotional attachment to the original. Detachment. Well, detachment is the more appropriate word for this. Let's be real. Despite clear signs that the live action film will bear little resemblance to it. Duh. Rachel Zegler, who plays Snow White in the remake, has made abundantly clear in interviews that this isn't a traditional love story. She proudly declared that her version of Snow White won't be dreaming about true love, quote unquote, but instead focus on, quote unquote, becoming the leader her late father knew she could be. The new trailer echoes this sentiment, featuring scenes like Snow White defiantly staring down soldiers with spears pointed at her, an action-packed departure from the gentle, romantic tone of the original. The irony of Disney's nostalgia-driven marketing push isn't lost on fans. Zegler herself initially made headlines for openly criticizing the 1937 film, calling it outdated and problematic, which we all know is a bunch of fucking bullshit. She famously referred to the prince as a guy who literally stalks her. That pissed me off the most, by the way, and dismissed the film's values with the comment, "It's not 1937 anymore," and very evidently so. And now Disney appears to be walking a fine line, trying to leverage the love for the original film, while promoting a remake that actively distances itself from the source material. Another noticeable trend in recent marketing is the shift focus away from Zegler and onto Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen. In this new spot, Gadot commands the screen, overshadowing Zegler's Snow White. I think that's for the best, but that's the point here. It seems Disney is banking on Gadot's star power to draw in audiences, possibly as a response to the ongoing backlash against Zegler. As covered in previous articles, Disney has been gradually reducing Zegler's presence in trailers, with recent breakdowns showing her screen time has been slashed by nearly 50% in newer promotional materials. That's going to say a lot, by the way. However, the studio won't be able to hide Zegler for long. Soon, the Snow White press tour will begin, and that we'll see Zegler and her co-stars sitting down with members of the media with a live microphone. This TV spot failed to impress the audience, and this is basically just an example of what the comments were like from the trailers, both trailers, in other words. The comment section of Disney's post on X was filled with negative comments, YouTube as well, showing the House of Mouse and its repeated attempts at making this work. Okay, I'm not going to go into these comments right now because I have my own words to say about this matter. Yeah, things are not looking good for this film at all, and it's only going to get worse before the movie comes out. Now, I did see the negative comments about the trailer, and they were so good to even read that they actually became part of a song from chat music, which are really good, by the way. And Mentally Mitch actually made fun of these comments too, but in a good manner against the film. Now, there was something else that I wanted to talk about in terms of the Little Mermaid live action remake. Well, it's not. It shouldn't even be called a remake. What they actually did with the Little Mermaid for 2023 was that Disney foolishly decided to trick us as their customers by releasing a Blu-ray combo pack that contained the superior classic Little Mermaid with the woke inferior live action remake of the same title. And a lot of people, myself included, did not buy that garbage whatsoever. It just goes to show you that Disney is desperate for a lot of money at this point. But unfortunately, though, given how they've been behaving over the last couple years, I find it very. I'm actually rather pessimistic about how they're going to survive at this point. I really think that this new live action Snow White will be the final smash that will end Disney for good, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with me on this as well. It's very damning. It's very unfortunate, but unfortunately, Disney as well as Rachel Zegler, they have both shut themselves in the foot very badly with all this, and I don't really think Disney's gonna survive after this mess. I was afraid of this when the Little Mermaid came out, but the Snow White live action remake is definitely going to be a much heavier hit on them. This is Major League Gaming, logging out. Thank you for watching.